Hello there, folks. Got another deck for you. A little bit of standard for this one as well. This week we have something that's kind of a gut reaction to the kind of things that I was generally seeing overall for stuff. I haven't been playing for a little while, so it's hard to say if this is still accurate, but we will see. I don't play Magic that much these days, guys. Is what it is, so I'm not on the up and up all the time. Anyway, so it's generally a deck that was built around a card that is no longer in the deck. It was built around Coma, and Coma was the weakest link. Goodbye. So it's gone. So what did I end up doing with it? Well, Coma was just a big dumb beater, but we wanted to kind of just ramp into him and just kind of let him take over, but we had to have a few support cards float in. All right, sure. So we had to ramp up. So ramp in our form is Cultivate and Skyclave Relic. Skyclave Relic has synergies where it gets copied with Keruga, so draw some extra cards. So Keruga happens to exist, sure. Couple Bala Ged Recovery, their lands at the same time. Didn't get back all these other spells. The saga so and so. This guy, I don't know. It's some sort of foretell saga. I don't even know what he does. But anyways, the first chapter. First chapter's gain life. Second chapter ramps a Foretell card. Third chapter returns a Foretell card. Anyways, we're not using them. I would thought about them as a planeswalker in the deck, though. I can't remember their name. I'm drawing a blank. Sorry. Anyone that knows the card, just by the picture, yeah, sure. Anyways, we're playing Behold the Multiverse, which is most certainly very playable anyway, regardless. So, So what I was meaning to say was we're just going to regrowth. Cut the middleman and just cast regrowth. Also have a land. That kind of thing instead. So we're just kind of skipping and having a much broader pool of things we can use. Anyways, my opponents or my roommate, it sounds like they just drew some random card. Anyway, Behold the Multiverse, Sky 2, Draw 2. Yeah, Glimmer of Genius. It's great, sure. Kenrith the Return King is just kind of that flexible card, just do stuff. I needed a good life gain card in the deck, and there's no real good big mana life gain cards except for Kenrith. Kenrith pretty good for that, and a few other things, so Kenrith takes it here. Next up, Doomskar, the Foretell card. Basically, we ran the Foretell package and took the best pieces, and that's where we went with that. So, yeah, just a Wrath, pretty good Wrath, not much to say. Elspeth Conquers Death, really good removal, really good return. You whatever. I'm not going to go too far into some of these. Shark Typhoon seems to be the finisher I took Coma out for because it made more sense in the deck. So, specifically, the non-creature spell making XX Shark, the Foretell card, when you cast the Foretell cost, it's still CMC 4, and you get a 4/4. So, just a 2-mana at your end step. Oh, look, I got a 4/4. Yeah, it's pretty good that way. So, that's a major reason why is Foretell cards, they're just really, really decent with it. Some Emeria's Call in there just as an extra spell. We are casting a lot of top end in this deck. A lot of top end. There's a ridiculous amount of lands if we were to count the flip lands. So just heads up on that. Alrund's Epiphany is now the centerpiece to the deck where the other card was not. So Time Walk plus a couple of birds. Trust me, it means something. Especially when you Epiphany Time Walk when you've got a Shark Typhoon in play. I'll cast Epiphany, get a 7/7, untap, swing for 9. Yeah, that's when it gets good. That's the whole point. That's why it works much better. That's why Shark Typhoon is just insane with it. Some Seagate Restoration because good lands, Ondu Inversion to deal with Ugin, and Ugin to deal with everything else. So just kind of the broad categories of all these things. Just a few removal spells and, whatever, just deal with the things because we are just planning on ramping and not interacting, except we're planning on interacting, so that kind of thing. And our goal is basically get a Typhoon in play and cast Alrund's Epiphany and go from there. And try to win the game with that. There were a lot of removal heavy decks, so I figured I'd just go above them. When I built the deck, it was just, you know, everyone's playing Doomstacks and Yorion, and it's like, you know what? What's the best way to deal with those decks? Oh yeah, stop letting them play Magic. That's a good way to get them to stop. So we're going to stop letting them play Magic now, and we're going to beat them down. After that, a couple Field of Ruins in the mana base to deal with the manlands that exist. There's quite a few. Now we have to finally deal with those, so Field of Ruins, smart choice. Anyways, if you want to know how many lands we've got 27 actual lands, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So we hit lands. We will always hit lands. We are teetering on the edge of possibly too many, but at the same time, a lot of them are just big spells. Like this is where we want to be at all times. So, with that, let's take a look and see how this does overall. All right, we're on the draw. We have our two copies of Field of Ruin. Lovely. It's okay, it's fine. Just don't be red. Oh, you're red. Oh, you're on the play. Of course you're red. Snow-covered swamp. Thank you for making everything perfect here, land. This now is no longer necessary, this land. Need some insight as to what our opponent is playing. Faceless Haven. We have Field of Ruin. So this is big black control, so Ondu Inversion is actually spectacular. Spectacular card for us. I'll Behold the Multiverse. Next turn I'll Field of Ruin and blow up that Faceless Haven. We don't need that around. Well, I mean, I could totally Cultivate anyway. Either way, we can get rid of Faceless Haven. Easy. Heraldic Banner. Nothing important is happening other than this crazy amount of ramp. So we'll have to Ondu Inversion pretty quick. Okay, our opponent's just doing a bunch of scries. I've stopped paying attention to them, honestly. Okay. So Maze Mine and Heraldic Banner and nothing else so far. Second Faceless Haven. This is starting to suck already. We will be holding up Field of Ruin then, if that's the way it is. They're scrying. They're not taking an extra card because they want to get in with Faceless Haven? That can't be right. They're holding up all mana? I'm struggling to understand exactly what our opponent's plan is here, but, you know, whatever. You know what? I don't even care about the Faceless Havens yet. I'm gonna go get green source, blue source? Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Alright, we have Behold the Multiverse. We have Ondu Inversion coming up soon. If they're just scrying with Maze Mine Tome because they want to hold up all their mana. Jeez, dude, how many manlands do you need? We have two Faceless Havens. Just holding up Eliminate at all times? Man, that's gross. One, two, three, four, five, six. Just checking the mana out. So we definitely want some time walks. This is the kind of opponent we never want to have play Magic ever again. Skyclave Relic plus Keruga is also interesting. I'll take that. Also strongly considering Seagate Restoration. So we'll fire up some crazy amount of mana. Okay. I mean, our opponent's sitting on removal, and we're not giving them anything to remove, and so they have nothing to do, and off you go now, a little removal pile. Okay, we're on the play. Let's see. No ramp. Ramp. Not much else beyond that, though. I think Barkchannel Pathway probably a good thing to get rid of, so we want to pull into action. Behold the Multiverse is good enough to start getting us drawing. Yes, this is very much an awkward hand, I get it. We'll try to work around it. So, yeah, we exile Behold the Multiverse. Our opponent's going to just play double green. I guess we can cultivate here. It's easier we can kick a Keruga than great. So, no big deal there. Branchloft in our hands, so therefore I'll go snag the blue. Definitely need to thin the deck, basically, to find Doomskar if our opponent's playing green creatures. First row in game's not exactly what I had in mind as something scary, but you know what? This will do. And that shuts them down real quick. They have a 1/1. So where do they go from here? They can fight Elspeth Conquers Death. There's nothing else for it to do other than resolve. Another row in games. Fine. We definitely need a Doomskar sometime. I don't know if we're going to get one anytime soon. It's up in the air. We'll see. Anyways, we have double white on the table. I'm going to definitely Skyclave with Kicker so that we can just recover. After this turn, I want to be able to Behold the Multiverse, Skyclave, Keruga, whatever is needed here, and go from there. Whatever we need to do, we just do it. So our opponent's got a 4/4/1/1, sure. Then we're Visionary. I'm not sure what's up. It just seems like random green cards. Still random green cards. So we are extremely overdue for something to deal with this situation. I'm interested in tapping this thank you game and going to hunt down a Doomskar. No, I actually just want Doomskar. Okay, we're not getting it. And we'll play that. Alright. I didn't know if I was going to be casting Shark Typhoon, otherwise I would have made the token off the Behold the Multiverse. I had no idea what I was doing, so as a result... Oh, come on! Could you please not have it all? There's one thing I would like you to not have, and it's all. Jesus Christ, that is not a standard legal magic card. Yeah, well, I mean, this one is. Get wrecked. That's a 5, boy, right? Yep. Okay. Well, we cleaned up that mess. Let's foretell this one for now and just have it in the back pocket. Just playing a 7/7, huh? Keep digging. Shark Typhoon, Bala Ged Recovery. Take Shark Typhoon. Alright. Pop you one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on a Shark Typhoon cycle. So if they play a land, we're boned. Nessian Hornbeetle. Yep, we can kill that one. No big deal there. Lysian Caryatid. Fine. Combat. Sure. Alright. And cycle for 7. Lock that. Okay. I think I'm ready for an Alrund's Epiphany here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana. 3 plus 5, 8. Not quite there. It's alright. That is alright, actually. We can, -2. Here. Get rid of their board. Get Keruga. Kick. And, place this in Foretell Zone. Okay, so now we'll have the mana next turn, plus a Keruga on the table. So this is what our goal is. Holy mother of God, that thing's massive. Okay, so I want to find another Bala Ged Recovery or something of the like. Doomskar is relevant. We'll take a Doomskar to pop that one off. Okay, so pop you. Doomskar your thing. Keruga. Draw a pile of cards. And Alrund's Epiphany. Alright! Now, you were saying something about playing Magic opponent? Yeah, we'll just get rid of things. So, now we're in a little bit better of a spot. Also, Bala Ged Recovery. Cast front side. We're going to go grab Shark Typhoon now, thanks. I would like to have this card back. Could I have this card back, please, opponent? And while we're at it, I'd like to cast Cultivate on my free turn, and I would like to grab a couple things. That's okay with you, right? I'm glad that's cool with you. Dome. And swing. So there are 4. Your move. Thorn Mammoth. That's a card. Yeah, good game. We have 2 flyers. And a bolt. So, there we go. Big dumb deck that plays Time Walks to prevent the opponent from playing Magic. And that's how that works. Alright, we're in. We have some Foretell stuff. We have an opponent that has no idea how to spell death. And so therefore they won't see it coming. Let's get to it. So what are we looking at? We're looking at a Foretell on 2. Behold, or Alrund's. Probably Alrund's to keep safe. You know, that kind of thing. Depending on, the colors of mana. But we'll Temple of Mystery and probably attempt to get some lands or some strong interactive spells. We'll see. No idea what our opponent's actually playing, but with no companion, I'm considering getting interaction points. Yeah, okay. So when I say interaction points, obviously what I mean is try to find a Doomskar. So we'll put a Behold the Multiverse in so that we can hopefully find Doomskar within reasonable time. If not, we're also going to play Skyclave Relic here. Then we get to Ondu Inversion at worst. So we'll Behold the Multiverse, we'll take a look, see if we can get something towards that effect. Our opponent with Almighty Brushwag and Yorvo, not making much sense, but big dumb creatures, and that concerns me, of course. So these are not a Doomskar. Still not a Doomskar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 mana for Ondu Inversion, 7 mana for Emeria's Call. That's not as threatening, but I'm sure they have something. Nope, they don't. Hengegate. We'll play Hengegate, sure. And I'm just going to play Emeria's Call. There's stuff that's in the way. Deal. Ram through. Untap. Fight spell. Gigantosaurus, you say? Our opponent's not going to do anything. Okay. So now we have to somewhat work with this. We're going to cast Alrund's Epiphany. And we're going to beat them down for 10. Or 8, whatever. Please land. That's a Doomskar. Oh, well, we got him to 2. What do we do when we get him to 2? Play another Skyclave. Now we blow up the board. Alright, so now, hopefully they leave a few things behind. Now they might consider being careful. Or they play Elder Gargroth. Jesus, dude. You can lighten up on the insanity. Come on. Relax a little bit. Also, what's with the Gigantosaurus? Like, what's the deal? I'm trying to understand why my opponents constantly have Gigantosaurus. It is not a standard legal magic card. Doomskar? It's a chump block for now. I was really hoping they wouldn't have that. Bad sequencing. Garruk's Uprising into Ram Through was probably us pretty close to dead. They sequenced the entire thing backwards. Alright, so we Doomskar straight up. Foretell. We have our land drops. Okay. Our opponent is making us use removal every single turn. All we have to do is find an Alrund's Epiphany and we win the game. Just straight up. Done. That was our out. Okay, so we didn't really run into any removal piles, or if we... Well, I guess the mono black deck would count. So they didn't get to do much, sort of thing. As we generally expected, they conceded because they didn't have anything to do, because we didn't play into them whatsoever. We didn't have that plan, we were just going to play around them in their entire deck. So we were totally good there. I did run into a Yorion pile, except the problem with the Yorion pile was it was mono blue counterspell tribal, and it's like, I'm a ramp deck. Yeah, I'm just going to pack it in because my opponent will never play a card ever again, and I gave them time to get their first counter magic up. So, yeah, that's not happening. So, just kind of walked away from that match because it was, again, what we're doing to the Yorion decks, a Yorion deck decided to do to us. Yeah, we'll go with that. So I guess the battle of who's going to go even more over the top, it just keeps accelerating, and I'm sure that will reach a climactic point where that happens. I thought I was going to be the one, but apparently my opponent said, nope, there's still room. Also, Genesis Ultimatum says there's more room. But whatever, we're trying to do new things despite old things getting in the way. Anyways, deck. Yeah, if you just want to get around removal piles, give them nothing to remove. And go from there. See if that helps. Also, in case you didn't really know what was going on, the absolute plan of every game is to just cast Shark Typhoon and Alrund's Epiphany in the same turn, because removal piles, they always have it. For some reason, they always have it. Like, every deck has a disenchant, including mono red. Don't ask me how, they do it, but that's why we're going to try and amass 12 mana and win the game. That's the whole point. And did we just keep amassing these Alrund's Epiphanies as we go throughout the deck? That's the whole plan, is just go. Amass more Alrund's Epiphanies and just have them banked off to the side there, and then just cast them in succession and win the game. Never allow our opponent an inch. That's the... That was the plan. We tried to get to 12 mana. That's why there's so many stupid lands hidden here. And we're trying to get to that point. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. And talk to you later. Bye-bye.